Fine City, Jonathan Greene. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, Bart.
Good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Did you have a good summer?
Yeah, an amazing summer. And by the feel of it, it's going to continue for a while outside. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. You're probably not too worried about ordering up some road salt just yet.
Not yet. I mean, we always buy it nice and early in the season, or at the end of the previous seasons, we get the better pricing, but we won't be needing it for a minute.
Looks like the city engineering department got a lot of great progress on their projects because of the weather.
Oh yeah, aside from the rain, I think no one expected the wet summer we had, but it was good. And we were able to get a lot of the projects taken care of and wrapped up early on. Getting into September and October when the weather can be dicey, I really don't like to have us paving city streets. I don't think the quality of the product is there, and that just does a disservice to the taxpayers. So the sooner we can get our projects done, especially when it's warm, just helps our road projects last a lot longer, in my opinion.
Nice. Well, we have two apartment buildings rising in downtown, which won't come soon enough, I know, because we're desperate for housing.
Yeah, great progress on the Greenwood project and the Blackstone. The Greenwood's a little bit further ahead than the Blackstone. I did see today they started putting up walls on the Blackstone project. But yeah, it's been the year of housing in Jackson with our 100 home programs, which is going really strong with these two private developments happening. Like you said, these things can't happen fast enough.
It's amazing how much green space we have. There are a lot of lots that have been cleared, but we do have really a lot of, I would say, forest land, particularly in the northeast part of the city. After we get through these first 100 in the 100 homes, is there a chance that we could see another round?
That's being talked about right now. We're trying to figure out what resources we can put together through additional funding sources to try to do this again. I know you've been around the city a really long time. You've seen a lot of things happen, and you were around when the city embarked on its very strong demolition program. So in and of itself, that created close to 1,000 lots that could be available potentially on their size to put homes on. We started by selling those homes to adjacent property owners so they could expand their yards. After we did that for a year, we had the opportunity and had the idea to create some housing with the 100 homes program. So, our numbers on our vacant lots are down. They're not where I'd like them to be because they do cost a bit to maintain, and we'd like to just see a built-up city again, built-up neighborhoods. So yeah, there could be. There's that northeast side. That is an area that we think about for future development for sure.
Well, let's take a look at the Blackstone. We go to live shot now on our Skycam, and
yeah, they started in that corner today, I think, right there.
Something's going up, but you're right. The Greenwood is going up a little bit faster, but from the little drawings that they have on the signs in front of them, they look very similar. They look like they're going to look like twins. Yeah,
they will. And it's just when you have a developer doing the same two projects, they'll look very similar. It's not unlike going to maybe a subdivision where one builder has the rights to build in the subdivision. You might get just 3 or 4 style of homes, maybe different color siding, but you're going to only see 2 or 3 different home styles come up. So it's nice to have, and it won't look like the 200. It won't look like the lofts on Louis. So yeah, it's good to have that different feel.
And then we'll have the haze in that project. It's moving slow, but it's still going to happen. Yeah,
I mean, what can you say about a $30 million plus development? I think that when you get into those kind of numbers, the market conditions, even small change, can make a big difference. And I'm buoyed by interest rates and possibly ticking down with an announcement tomorrow. I think that creates a better lending environment. I know the state has racked and stacked some incentives for them. The city has done the same thing, but it's a big development. It's a very expensive development. The pictures we just saw, the Blackstone, that may have been like a $9 million build. Multiply that by 3, and you've got the haze. You add in the the nature of construction, where building new is typically easier, and renovating and retrofitting is a little harder. So I do know that today there are contractors over the Hayes Hotel on behalf of the J. Jeffers Group doing some engineering work and doing some more studies and rounding out things. So like I said, I'm buoyed by it. It's just I have to understand and help the community understand that in the $30 million plus development, it's going to take a little bit of time to pull together. I checked underneath the couch cushions today. I couldn't find that scratch to make a deal happen. So it's just one of those things.
Yeah, I know they're hopeful that we'll see some further drop in the interest rates, and that is rumored to be down the road.
Yeah.
Our city looks great. We do hear so many compliments from out-of-town visitors about how nice everything looks, but we have to work at it, and we have a couple things coming up. City Cleanup Day.
City Cleanup Day. This is a big deal. I knew it was a big deal. I worked at the city for a long time, so I've been a part of a lot of cleanup days. We've gone from having one per year to two per year, and to be fair, Bart, we could probably put one out in the summer, and it would be as big as they are in the ones we have in spring and fall. It's from 8 till noon. It'll be on September 28th at our Public Works facilities. I want to remind people to enter in off of Morel and exit on Franklin so we can keep the traffic going. But yeah, these things, they'll fill every dumpster we have. We will be running down to the landfills and emptying out in the middle of the day and doing whatever we can to accommodate everybody. And I think it's just a good thing to help clean up the city and help people keep their yards, garages, and basements clean.
Get rid of your junk.
Get rid of it.
The city will take it.
Not that we're going to use it, but we'll take it away from you.
Yeah, and there's certain things you can't, but you've got a list of what not to bring.
Yep. Yeah.
We've got a couple things that happen every fall. Well, almost every fall. The hydrant flushing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe before Monday, wash the whites you've got in your laundry.
Mm-hmm.
Rusty water will be a part of hydrant flushing, as it is every year. Safe to drink. It'll be discolored until it can move out. The point of this is to flush our system, and we start on the south side near the plant, and we try to push the water out and scour the mains and make sure we've got proper flow in the right places.
Yeah, the Grand River Environmental Action Team did an incredible job on Saturday in their annual river cleanup. It's amazing some of the things they find.
It is amazing. It's befuddling too. Amazing is nice, but like you scratch your head and like, wow, that was in there, and like, who thought that was going to be a good idea? I mean, they'll pick up bikes out of there all day long, but then there's just some head scratching stuff.
Chest freezers.
Chest really just things that really go well in the natural environment. But what an asset to have the Greene River Action Team and to partner and have the city help haul some stuff away. Without them being in the river and in the water doing the work, that natural resource that we have in the city and that so many people like to take advantage of in the spring and summer and fall would be pretty dire.
Yeah, and leaves eventually will fall. Now, I don't know how much this warm, dry weather is going to impact the color change, but they'll eventually come down.
They'll eventually come down, and that's why we have 2 rounds. We always start the end of October, beginning of November for the first round. And that'll take a minute to go through, and then there's a little bit of a pause before we do a second round. We're working really hard to try to schedule Mother Nature's dropping of the leaves this year. Sometimes we get good scheduling, sometimes we don't, and we're picking up in December. But I'm here to say, the city will be at it until the job is done, regardless of the dates on the calendar.
Sometimes the snow beats us.
So, oftentimes the snow beats us. Yeah, and then we'll get that thaw, and the snow will melt, and the leaves will be back up into people's yards. They love raking them down to the street again after the snow's pushed them back up. It's just, that's Michigan. That's right. And you got to adopt the mindset to be flexible.
What's going on at Greene Park? I noticed with Great they had to come in the back way.
Yeah, so up at RA Greene Park, and the wastewater treatment plant is located at the back of that park. There's some drains that feed into the river in that park, and there are culverts culvert bridges. And some of them are made of earth and some of them are made of concrete. We had a study done a couple years ago that indicated that they were in need of repair. And so we assembled the money to complete those repairs. It's one of those things where in a world where everything is a priority, we do need to make some calls to deprioritize some things. We looked at the engineer's report, worked with some professionals, understood that if we made some tweaks, we could utilize that entrance for a while, but now we were at the point where we had to replace those culverts. So that's what you're seeing out there is, yeah, they got to enter in through Cooper Street while the work is being done. Not that anybody needs to go to the wastewater plant or should go to the wastewater plant. The best way for that is just to flush your toilet.
I know it's got a special place in your heart since it is named after your family.
You want to start that? Yeah, no association with me at all.
No, R.A.
No.
Greene, no
R.A.
relation.
No relation.
No relation.
No, I'm J.A. Greene. You want to change it?
J.D.?
J.A.
Oh, J.A. What's A stand for?
I'll leave it up to people's imagination.
We've got the old Vermeulen's building,
Oh,
the
man.
city center building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We can call it the city center. We can call it the old Masonic. But man, I had just had a tour of the progress in there since City Council approved the kitchen build-out plans earlier in the year. Coming along nicely. Studs were up. Drywall was going up. When I was there 2 weeks ago, on track. Great construction partner in Mercer. Great contractors working on the outside of the building. Bailey Excavating. I'm really looking forward to creating this asset for the people. We get to use it in a lot of different ways. It gets to be used for community events on the first floor. We're looking to have a chef school be a part of the operation. We're really looking forward to allowing entrepreneurs and startups to operate in the space and bake their wares, make their wares in our kitchen. And it's expansive enough that we'll be able to have a couple different people utilizing the space at the same time. I'm really grateful that City Council saw through the vision of this kitchen. Kitchen's been talked about downtown since probably 2017, 2018. It's not been the most direct route to get to this point, but I'm really grateful that City Council then, the different iterations of City Council since this project started have stayed with it and are willing to see it through. And I think at the end of the year, beginning of next year, it's going to be quite the asset for the city.
I think when you were still heading up the DDA, it was part of...
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at one point there was discussion that the DDA might have offices over there. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Okay. Anything else?
Just looking forward to finishing out the summer and enjoying the fall. There are a whole bunch of downtown events. It doesn't stop just because school's back in session. We got a great city, a lot of great people working to showcase downtown, the greatness of the city. I know there's a couple of big events coming up, and I bet that the DDA is always rocking and rolling. So,
I think this summer with all the things that we've had, most recently the Hispanic Heritage Festival, the thousands of people that have been coming downtown, it's amazing.
Yeah, it really is amazing. And the Juneteenth celebration is just, it's really hard when you're working on the projects that we undertook in the city to reinvent downtown. It was really hard to live through the Dig Downtown project, and not everybody at first was bought into the expanded Blackman Park. But here we are in 2024, going on 7 years after, 7, 8 years after the park in downtown was done. Very hard to get through at the time, very hard to see the vision at the time, but man, are we enjoying the benefits right now of having great public spaces to host a lot of people in downtown. And it makes a difference for the city, and it makes a difference, for, I think, for the whole community.
Yeah, it's an amazing park. And I remember one of those things, people said, well, okay, well, we'll just make it a park for now, and then, maybe somebody will, but no.
No, it's too nice of a park. It's utilized all the time. And, when I was DDA director, Bucky Harris Park was the park we did everything in. Mm-hmm. And now, we have a fireplace in Bucky Harris Park, and it's almost as if we needed to have that over in Blackman Park. So
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for all the updates, and thanks for coming in.
you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Our city manager, Jonathan Greene. Up next on today's show,